Good day, Inglopedia volunteers. Welcome to the tutorial, Activities from Scratch, Part 1. Today we're going to upload user-submitted activities, and only if some of these people on the main page would volunteer their time for us, we might have all of these activities done in a night. Anyway, first, please open up a bunch of windows. I recommend about 4. Put them all on the home page. Sign in, and go to the mailbox. So in the mailbox, I've already pre-selected Bethany Walker's What's Our Schedule Today. As you can see, she likes to spam us with all her wonderful activities. So Bethany Walker, What's Our Schedule Today? I like to change the title sometimes. This one's a little wordy, so I think I'm going to go with Schedule Gap. And it's important to decide a title in advance so you can download their attachments directly to your hard drive. And once they're there, you'll want to rename them as something different. The new snazzier title, for example, Schedule Gap. Sorry, Bethany. No offense. So these are two JPEG images. Usually we get Word files, which are pretty straight up. You open the Word file, check it for mistakes, save as, and change the name to match the activity's name. In this case, we'll just copy and paste these JPEGs on here, tiny JPEGs. Stretch it out. It's going to ruin the quality a bit, but we can adjust the contrast, maybe clean it up. There's hope yet. So as I was saying, this is the period where you want to edit their attachments and look for any typos, or just try to understand the game yourself and clean it up if need be. Once it's all cleaned up, here I'm going to grab the second JPEG image and just make it one document. So 2 pictures into one document. Makes it easier on the users to download. So once you're done all of this, it's important to rename it, as I said before, the correct file name. Here comes the second JPEG image. Oh, don't know what this is. Bye. Anyway, open the file. Copy, paste. You don't have to do this for all the images. If they send in a JPEG, you can keep it as is, save the file as a JPEG, but in the case of 2 JPEG files, I don't want 2 separate links linking to 2 separate files. It's just bothersome to download, so this should be just fine. Looking pretty good. Except in Inglopedia format, we like to have maybe at least a title up top to remind users what game they're using. If you're noticing now, I just compressed the image here. It's very easy to do. Just press that compress image file and compress that up. It saves a bit of KB when we publish it. But anyway, as I was saying, you want to get a title up there just so most users remember what game they're using. I don't think these are Bethany's original activities. I think they might have come from some workbook somewhere. So if anybody out there knows where these come from, we don't want to step on anybody's toes and copyright anything. So just let us know. And if these are yours, Bethany, you can also let us know. But they look pretty snazzy to me. Alright, so we called it Schedule Gap, and we're going to save it as such. Notice the file name. It's pretty exact. You've got elementary school, which is the grade it's for, and then you've got Hi Friends, because it belongs to a Hi Friends book. And then I put the title in a little too soon. This is a Hi Friends game, so we'll have to rename that later as I make the mistake of clicking save. But there you go. Elementary school, Hi Friends, and the title. Depending on which activity you have, of course it's going to be labeled differently. Sometimes you'll have junior high school activity, sometimes you'll have just a worksheet, and the title of the activity and the attachment have to be the same. So now that we've done that, we want to now create a new web page for that activity. So let's go on back into Office 365. Click any page at all. Here I clicked article, bulletin boards, any page, doesn't matter. Give it a click. Once the page loads, go into the Home tab, click the Go To menu, and this is a great drop-down menu. It gives you access to basically the site map. You can see every single page we've ever made on here. These are the actual web pages. So starting from article, we filed everything alphabetically. So you've got the articles, then the article name, you've got elementary school starting. This area has all the elementary school topics. It's got games. It's got Hi Friends specific games. Anything pertaining to ES will have the ES in the front of its title. Not rocket science, sorry. So we go down here. ES, this is kind of where we want to file it. So just take note of that, how you write the file name for each page and file it accordingly. Now when we make a new page, we're going to have to give it a similar file name. So this is very easy. Grab a template. It says right there, template ES Hi Friends. Boom. So we're making a Hi Friends activity, so grab a Hi Friends template. Again, easy stuff. So in the title page, this is where it gets a little difficult. Once you do it once or more, you'll see that there's a drop down for you to remind you how to file things. So this should be filed as a Hi Friends game, and then the name of the game is Schedule Gap. Once you click the second box underneath, the title will automatically appear. Then the next step is to unclick Show This in the Navigation Bar. If you don't unclick that, it will be featured on our home page. We do not need that. So, no overwrite, no navigation bar. Click Next, and it will create a new page for us. See, blank template, a new Hi Friends page. We called it Schedule Gap. So there's the title, and now you've completed your first new web page. After this video, in part 2, we'll show you how to fill it up with all this wonderful information that Bethany supplied us. Until next time.